Love where you live even more?
This is Livermore Inspiration.
Hey, I'm Nicole,
And I'm Robin.
and we're your guides to everything cool, unique, fun, amazing, inspirational here in Livermore. And wow, Robin, I'm really excited for this.
We are with a very inspirational person. This is Brennan. He was a student that's gone through the Livermore School District, a graduate of Granada High, and is now at Las Positas studying history.
Future history teacher right over
Future
here.
historian, yes. And we invited him here today because as we're leading up to the Scarlett Lewis visit here in Livermore and the Choose Love program that's going to be launched in our schools, we know that you've had a lot of involvement at school sites and with school leaders from a student's perspective on things that could be changed in the school environment, and maybe even some ideas on ways to improve things that are happening in our community.
But before we talk to him
Yes,
about that,
yeah.
before we get there, I kind of want to hear a little backstory. I mean, you're such a well-spoken young person, young man, and really involved in our community, really involved in our schools. How did you find the courage? How did you find the voice to be this inspiration in our community?
Well, it wasn't alone. There's a lot of wonderfully talented people that I work with, like the leadership at Granada, Avery Peralt, Jason Wickington. They work a lot with me and help me to encourage me to do this. But originally, after the Parkland shooting and after the events that happened at Parkland, I felt that a lot of students needed a voice and that they needed to be able to ask questions that they had to their local leaders. So I worked with leadership and many people at Granada in order to create, a town hall, and we're setting up one in March, so that way students can ask important questions that they have to our local officials like the mayor, the city council, the superintendent, the police chief, about this Choose Love program that the district's rolling out, along with other questions they may have about school safety.
Excellent. Yeah.
So giving students like yourself a voice, which is important, I think, that sometimes when there's character ed programs in schools, obviously everything always needs to be tweaked and improved, but it's great to have leaders like you in the student community that are bringing issues to the forefront that maybe we aren't seeing or thinking about. So I think that's really special that you're at the forefront of all this.
Yeah, I think students have a really interesting voice because they live every day what it's like to be at school. They understand what the problems are. They think, they look around and they see if there's something wrong with safety.
Yeah.
They'll feel unsafe and they're going to voice their opinions to people who can hopefully change the way they feel for the better. So that's kind of what I hope to achieve, is to make people feel more safe at school.
Yeah.
Excellent. And inspire, in the process, you're inspiring a whole new set of high schoolers that are coming in and youth in our community to have opinions, share their voice, get involved. And there are a number of different ways that as students you can be heard, and have that voice. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, some of the mock trials that you've been involved in and the town hall meetings have really resulted in amazing conversations and great ideas being shared and actual changes in our schools. Right?
Yeah, we've seen the district be really responsive to what the students have voiced. In the town hall in April, a lot of students voiced concern the fact that we didn't have a lot of counselors or a lot of vice principals. And the school admin and the district added one more vice principal and one more counselor, which is something that we're really happy with.
Yeah.
Because that shows that students do have an impact and that their voices are being heard where it matters, which is really, really a positive thing, I think, for the community.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So with Choose Love being launched and Scarlett Lewis coming to which is pretty exciting, right? She's going to be here next week and talk to not only our teachers and within our schools, but she's going to be talking to the community at the Bankhead. And we were excited to chat with you because we know that you're kind of this great conduit between the community and our kids. And so in knowing that Choose Love is going to be launched here in our community, maybe what are some things that kids could do to embrace it, and what are some things that maybe parents or community members could do to embrace this?
I think that first of all, kids, get involved. Look on the website, get involved with your teachers, get involved with students at your schools. If you feel passionate about something, chase that, because that's something that makes, I think, our schools great, is being passionate about something you care about. And I think parents, if they accept this program and work with students, work with the schools, I think it can be really successful, right? If they ask their students what they think about, or their kids about what they think about particular issues, the way they feel about something, giving them tools to voice those concerns, driving them to city council meetings, school board meetings, to be able to voice their concerns to people where it matters.
Well, and you brought up a good point even prior too, was that once this program's rolled out, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for student feedback, as well as teacher and staff and even community possibly, but student feedback is huge.
Yeah.
And so that, I think that's kind of what you're alluding to here, that's going to be crucial.
Yeah, student feedback is important because, again, they live through things every day.
Yeah.
And if they live through this program and they think there are ways that this program can be tweaked to Livermore specifically, then it can make our community a better place, which is really, really important.
And safer.
Yeah, safer, exactly.
And that's the number one thing. We want our kids to feel safe.
Exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
I know. I'm excited. I'm excited that you're, I know you've graduated, but I'm really happy that you're in our community and working in our community still while you go to Las Positas and study history. I know you're going to be at the events next week, and I'm sure you're going to have an opportunity to meet Scarlett and interact with the schools. And so, yay, we're really excited about this launch. And we want you to become more involved if you want to. We know you want to, right?
Well,
you love Livermore. You want to.
And one way, we jump in on that excitement. And one way, though, too, is just to remind you that next Thursday at the Bankhead, Scarlett Lewis will be here and speaking, and it's a free event. I think you still need to register for tickets just for seats, but it is free. So if you're curious about the program and her story, please go.
Yeah. So what other ways, besides the event next week, let's say if kids want to get involved and you suggested a couple ways, which is go to your local
community websites. City.
Go to your city council meetings, go to your school board meetings, talk to school administration if you think things need to be changed. Talk to your teachers. There are clubs at both Granada and Livermore. At Granada, we have What Will It Take, which is the Granada version of a student organization that seeks to make everyone feel safe at Granada.
And then you said you have a great contact over at Livermore High as well, right?
Yeah, Kyla Giffen, who works over there, she's a senior now. She's a wonderful, wonderful person to work with, and they're extremely passionate. They have a club over there that accepts new students. I know they advertise all the time, so it'll be really easy to find them.
Okay.
They kind of do what Granada does, and they try and make sure that everyone feels safe on campus, no matter who they are, right, or what their beliefs are.
That's excellent. All right.
I'm sure the students are very thankful for you.
Yeah.
And we're thankful.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today and for being as inspiration to Livermore.
I'm really happy. I hope that more people will get involved and be able to ask important questions. And just because, let's say you're not a student, you're a parent, you can still be involved in your community. If you you can care about what your student thinks, gives them a voice. Because if you give them a voice, they're not going to stop talking forever. They're going to keep speaking.
Yeah.
And even we have a lot of community members that may not have school-age children, and I think it's really important to remind them to, again, choose loving words, choose kindness, get involved, and have a voice in our community, because we have an awesome, amazing community, and we want to keep that great sense of community going here in Livermore. And that's really why Robin and I got passionate about creating Love Livermore. It's why we wanted to talk to you, and I'm sure that's why Dr. Bowers and the schools are going to be launching this amazing Choose Love program. So we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
yeah,
Brennan.
my pleasure.
It was fun chatting with you.
It was good to be here.
We'll see you next week at all the events too.
Yeah, and we'll share a link too so that you can visit Choose Love online and learn more about the program and what's to come in our community. Yay! I'm Nicole.
And I'm Robin, and this is Brennan.
And of course, we're your guides to everything cool, fun, unique, inspirational right over here in Livermore, but we're also realtors and always reminding you to love where you live
Even more.